Señores de la lata, estamos aquí en Close Up y tenemos a Sam Worthington en el estudio. ¿Cómo estás, Sam? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I need your help. We believed Titans to be imprisoned forever. Now, they're breaking free.
Toby Cable, how are you, Toby?
Very well, man. Very well. How are you?
World of Titans. What do you feel to be in the second movie?
Great. You know, I liked the first one, but I felt that we could improve on it. I felt characters could improve, the story could improve, the heart could improve, and the monsters could improve. So, you know, I was excited to go back there.
What did you feel to be part of this movie?
I'm excited. I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it for me. Don't tell me what happens. No, I haven't seen it.
Why?
I haven't seen it. Well, because they wouldn't let me. You know, they wanted me to talk properly about the film.
The Titans unleashes a multitude of terrifying creatures upon gods and man. The woes of Tartarus are falling. Each more fierce and bloodthirsty than the next.
It is emptying all its demons onto the earth.
You have a mature character now.
Yeah, he's a dad. He's got a bit of weight, and he's like a rusty gunslinger in the Wild West. You know, he's a bit out of his depth. So when he has to go into battle, it's not as easy as it used to be. And I like that. I hadn't seen that in a long time. You know, I watched Die Hard, you know, the Bruce Willis film. And he gets beat up and it hurts, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to hurt Perseus a bit, so the audience goes, "Oh man, it hurts." It's a bit different.
There will be chaos. The end of the world.
There's a way we can end this.
What are you waiting for? And this movie talks about that you don't have to have powers or be a god to make the difference, to face the challenges.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, we looked a lot more at this family. You know, even though they're the god of gods, Zeus, like Liam Neeson, and a demigod, they have brothers and they have responsibilities to their family. So that was the heart that we tried to pull out of it and build more on this weird dysfunctional family who just happened to be in a world of monsters, who just happened to be gods. And I think by focusing more on that family, it improves the story.
Prepare!
There for what? Oblivion.
This movie talks about that you don't have to be a god, you don't have to have superpowers for make a difference, for make the honor of the humanity and to make something big.
Exactly. All you need is emotions.
Exactly.
You know? So if you're a sociopath, maybe not so good. But yeah, all you need is just human emotion, you know, and that'll take you a long way if you're honest to it. Yeah.
And Perseus now realizes what it is to have a responsibility that it isn't just him. So he's not as revenge driven like the first movie. He actually cares a lot more. He cares about his family and what happens to his dad and what happens to his son. And, you know, by doing that, he realizes what the responsibility is to be half God.
I was talking with a friend and told me that we are talking about that Eric Bana, Mel Gibson, Russell Crowe and Sam Worthington have two things in common. They are Australian and they like to dress skirts.
I think three things. We also like beer. Yeah, it's a rite of passage for an Australian to get your legs out and to do some kind of a action movie with swords and sandals. I don't know what that is, but you're right.
Don't worry, you're still looking powerful.
Yeah, I look like Mad Max in this. I think,
exactly.
Yeah, we revved it up and made it look tough. You know, in real life, I'm a pussycat. But
what kind of training did you have for this movie?
I've been in a lot of fights in my life, so I know how to get beat up.
Yeah.
And I think that was, you know, that's what I looked at. I didn't want to kind of go to a gym and train because he'd been a dad. He's led a normal life. I wanted him as you said, to be normal and human.
There's so much training or so much scene of action. Do you have trained with
Yeah,
that?
I trained a lot. I did all my own stunts, if you
Yeah?
believe it or not. Yeah, I did all my own stunts, yeah.
Who trained you?
I did. I trained myself, but I have a fantastic man in England called Ian Morrison, who's he's just an incredible martial artist, you know, and one of the greats, one of the world's greats. And I'm very lucky to get to spend time with him and work with him and practice. So if I have a thing where Ares is with me and I have to spin the trident round, you know, he teaches me that. So
Okay.
I'm very lucky. But then also the stunt team. The stunt team is very strong.
It's not some slick choreography, it's fighting for your life. It's desperate and it hurts, yeah. I just had an idea that I wanted to get beat up every time, and every hit hurts, every punch hurts.
Do you think you can teach me a couple of moves? I bring a Mexican sword.
You've got Mexican swords.
It's Chinese.
What makes the Mexican?
it's Chinese.
Is it the small handle? What is it?
Exactly.
Yeah. These are good, bro.
Yeah.
These are good. Wait, you look like you know how to use it. Look at that little smile you got. You're like, yeah.
Come on.
You know.
If I attack you like this,
Yeah, it's a block, straight block,
Okay.
sweep round. And oh, dude, that's it.
man,
That's
you're
your
good,
lung.
man.
That's your lung through the heart into the whole thing.
Yeah, you're
it's all
good.
right, thanks.
You can be a teacher of swords.
Or you could. This is a dagger in some places. This is that you could fight like that. You know.
Okay.
So that's nice. See.
So?
And so when you're fighting this way, what you're trying to do is cut this bit.
Whoa.
You want to cut that bit there, right? Or you want to cut here because you want to get there or there. You know. This is great. It's too much.
Wow.
Too much for a kids' film, but maybe.
I'm impressed, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for bringing them.
You're fighting with nobody, but
Yeah, that's my girlfriend, sorry.
Tenemos una llamada en el estudio. Vamos a ver quién es.
Sorry about that.
Who is it?
It's my
Come
girlfriend going, where are you?
Say hi to her.
Either that or it's the chimera going, make sure you talk about me well. Go on, what's your question?
You're fighting with nobody, with those monsters. How was that kind of sense?
Well, you look silly on the day because there's nothing there and you're yelling at something or you're throwing a chain around a guy in a green suit, and as long as I don't think of it as silly, as long as I invest in it 100%, then the crew invests in it, the audience invests in it. At the time, at the end of each day, you just go, what are we doing? I'm riding on a flying horse.
Exactly.
But it's the investment into that.
Tenemos otra llamada en el estudio, señoras y señores.
It's there's the chimera. But it's done now. Next question.
The Chimera is a fire-spewing fiend that takes the form of a multi-beast mashup. Dual razor-toothed heads, colossal wings, and a tail tipped with a serpent's head. All armed with one explosive weapon.
In the last years, there's many movies based on mythology. What do you think that's happening?
Because the stories are rich with themes that affect us now, like destiny and faith and you know, as I said, responsibility, and we can relate to them. Even in 2012, we figured out where our place is in the world and how we relate to others. So, you know, if you enhance that and then add in a bucket load of monsters and a massive epic adventure, it makes for a good film.
Well, I think those stories are so fantastic, you know. Like I read some mythology. I read, you know, the 12 Trials of Hercules, because the only thing I'd seen before that was the Disney version of Hercules, which I loved. I thought was brilliant. But when you read the actual trials, you realise how fantastic they are, and there's a lot of metaphor in there. You know, in mythology, there's a lot of metaphor and a lot of reasoning and meaning for why we are and what we are, and I think they make great stories. So if you can add a modern element, you know, something human that we feel today, I think it makes a good film.
The Chimera, it's just such a cool character. It's this weird Frankenstein amalgam of all these different creatures, and we thought that could be really terrifying.
The heads work in tandem. One throws out a fuel, then the other throws out a heat haze that ignites mid-air.
We had to really push this creature to make it look like it came from hell, and it's angry and it's got one thing on its mind, and that's total destruction.
3D, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. I think in this movie, you know, this first movie we kind of rushed the conversion, In this movie, we had a lot more time to get it right. We had over a year. And it shows. I think this is some of the best 3D I've ever seen.
Chimera sighting, should one somehow escape alive, is considered an omen of destruction, portending disasters from shipwrecks to volcanic eruptions. These ferocious creatures are truly the harbingers of doom.
Sam, nice to meet you. Thank you very
too,
much.
Man. Thanks, sorry about that.
Welcome to Mexico.
No worries.
And what about the food? Do you like
Food's
quesadilla?
beautiful, yeah. Quesadilla, of course.
With cheese. Wow.
Yeah, come on now. Of course I do. Yeah,
Toby, nice to meet you.
You
Welcome
too, man.
to Mexico.
Thank you so much. Real honor. Thank you so
Nos
much.
vemos, señores. Yo soy Alex Montiel. Síganme en el Twitter. Pásenla chido. Nos vemos en el cine.
¿Qué les pareció, mis queridos datafans? Este fue el close-up de La Lata con Furia de Titanes 2, esta película que la vas a poder ver a partir de este viernes. Pero adivinen qué, señores. Mis queridos datafans, queremos invitarlos mañana a la premiere de Furia de Titanes 2, mañana 27 de marzo a las 8 de la noche. Tenemos varios boletos dobles y tú puedes elegir el cine de tu preferencia. Así que si te quieres lanzar a ver la premiere y ver la película antes que nadie, métete al Facebook oficial de La Lata. Acá abajo en la descripción te dejo la liga. Le das clic, encontrarás la trivia y de bolón ping pong te lanzas a la premiere.